Hello, grade fours, and welcome to another science lesson. Today we'll be looking at chapter 6 and we'll be recapping lessons 1 to 6. In lesson 1, we looked at how minerals are classified. Then we went over to how rocks are classified. After that, we looked in lesson 3, what are weathering and erosion. In lesson 4, we can look at how can Earth's surface change rapidly. Then we looked at where is all Earth's water. In lesson 6, we looked at what is the water cycle. In lesson 1, how are minerals classified? So there are 6 ways of classifying minerals. The first one is color. How minerals change its color. So each mineral has a different color, but some minerals that have the same composition can change in color. And this is due to the fact that it interacts with other minerals and other sources. Luster is how the mineral reflects or absorbs its light. So metal objects will have, or metal minerals will have a shiny or a dull look, where you get other minerals that look more like plastic or glass, and diamonds are a perfect example of how minerals can absorb light, making it look shiny and wonderful. Each mineral has a different shape or crystal shape, and that can be cubic or orthomorphic or hexagonal. And this you can see either with the naked eye, or you can look closer using a magnifying glass or a cleavage is how the mineral breaks on a specific plane. In this example, you can see that the mineral has a different plane and lines that we can break it. If we put pressure on this mineral, it will break in a specific way. Number 5 is the hardness and how easy one mineral can scratch another. So on the Mohs hardness scale, you can see that talc is the softest mineral and diamonds is the hardest. Number 6 is the streak. The streak is what mark it leaves behind when you scratch it on a piece of paper. In lesson 2, we looked at how rocks are classified. So there are 3 types of rocks. Igneous rocks, that comes from magma. So this is from the Earth's center, and this comes from volcanoes. So it can either shoot out of a volcano or ooze out of a volcano. And we classify these rocks by how quickly they cool. Sedimentary rock is igneous rock that is weathered over time and collects in the ocean. So we can see that sediments have been weathered and carried down and laid on top of one another by looking at these lines. Then you get metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rock is igneous or sedimentary rock that has changed over a period of time due to the pressure and heat. And all this can be explained by the process of the rock cycle. The rock cycle starts by magma in a magma chamber that is being pushed up and being shot out of a volcano. This lies on top of one another, and this weathering and erosion breaks down igneous rocks. Then they are carried down and collected on the ocean floor. This sedimentation then gets pushed down layer by layer, creating sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock then turns into metamorphic rock due to the pressure and the heat of the earth. Either the magma melts the sedimentary rock, or it pushes it up again in new layers. And the whole process then just starts all over again. In lesson 3, we looked at what are weathering and erosion. Earth's surface consists of a crust covered by water and land masses. So in this pigmentation, we can see that the crust is a very thin, rocky layer that is either covered by land or by water. The land mass is affected by weathering. Now you get two types of weathering. Chemical weathering, that is acid rain, chemicals in the rocks that change by interacting with water. In this example, we can see that the statue has lost most of its features due to acid rain and wind blowing on it. The second type is physical weathering. Now, wind and water change the shapes and sizes of rocks. In this example, water found its way into this rock. It froze and then broke this rock over a period of time. Then it keeps on going till the rock is very, very small, like we can see here on the bottom. Erosion is where water carries sediments away. So sediments are loose gravel and rocks on a surface. When it rains very hard, the rock is being carried away. Now, all the sediments needs to be deposited somewhere else. So these small pieces of rocks and sediments gets carried away by water and being put somewhere else on Earth's surface, as we can see on this picture. In lesson 4, how can Earth's surface change rapidly? So Earth has moving plates called tectonic plates. This is because the Earth's inner core is molten and the top layer is being moved around constantly. And we can see these cracks in the Earth's surface by demonstrating it on this map by these lines that go around the Earth. They are called the tectonic plates. Volcanoes also change Earth's surface rapidly, like in this example by Mount St. Helens in the US. It blew its top away one year, and we can see that on this picture where the mountain used to be. So it changed its surface dramatically. Earthquakes is also another way that Earth's surface can change rapidly. These tectonic plates move in 3 different ways. Divergent is moving away from one another. Convergent is when they move towards each other. And transform is when they move by each other. This is just a dramatic picture showing how Earth can split apart. Landslides is another way. Landslides often occur on hillsides where the sediments get softened in such a way by rain that it actually moves the whole mountain and sometimes can have devastating effects on Earth. Floods are another way. Floods is when there are a lot of rain in one time in one specific place. Then you get droughts. Droughts can also change Earth's surface. Droughts are when there are no precipitation, no rain occurring for a long period of time. Lesson 5, where is Earth's water? Water on Earth. You get 3/4 of Earth's surface that is covered in water, and 1/4 is land mass. So if we had a chart and we had divide this chart into 4 equal pieces, 3 of those pieces would be water and 1 of those pieces would be Earth or land mass. Out of this water, 97% of that water will all be salt water and only 3% will be fresh water. You get these in rivers, lakes, and underground. So what is the water cycle? All of Earth's water gets recycled. And this can be explained by the water cycle. The water cycle is made in 4 stages. It starts where water is stored in either lakes, rivers, or oceans. When the water gets heated enough, evaporation takes place. So this is due to the sun that heats the Earth's water and gets pulled up in a gas form. When this gas form of water is cooled down enough, it condensates in small droplets, forming clouds. When these clouds get heavy enough, they start to precipitate. Precipitation is when these drops fall down as rain. Then they collect together again in storage. So water runs down from mountains into lakes or oceans, and the whole cycle starts all over again. Thank you. I hope you have learned something new.